Yo, what is good, YouTube, and welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about the best cards to buy in NBA 2K24 MyTEAM at each position. I'm going to go through and I'm going to give y'all about 3 options at each spot of cards that you can buy right now in the player market. Not lock-in cards that you can just directly buy right now in the player market at each position that you should be targeting if you're looking for guys to upgrade any spot on your team. Before we hop into the video, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 16,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day. Tons of daily MyTEAM content. Would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. Without further ado, let's hop right into it. Starting off with the point guard position is really the easiest choice of all, in all honesty, and it's this Devin Booker right here. Regular diamond Devin Booker. He's the best point guard in the game right now, in my opinion, if you know what you're doing offensively. With his push cross, his fade, his animations, and how good he is as an offensive card, combined with a 94 3-ball capable slashing ability, and being a pretty good defender as well, in addition to being the best. He is the best offensive card in the game right now, in addition to being a capable enough defender. Scoring is super important right now in this game, so for me, D-Book is a no-brainer, obvious S tier. Another guy who I think is a really good, buyable PG who's a little bit more affordable would actually be this Amethyst Cade Cunningham. He's 6'7" at PG, versatile card, can shoot well, moves, dribbles well as well. Defensively, he's not great. That's his biggest flaw, but at 84k MT, he's a good price, and he's an awesome card. And then one other awesome, brand new point guard who I think is great as well. It's different than Devin Booker, but it's this Drew Holiday card who I don't currently have in my own collection, but I think is probably the third best point guard in the game after D-Book and SGA, who you can't get anymore from the Season 2 Unlimited reward, Ultimate reward. But Drew is the best defensive point guard in the game. He's got Hoff ankle braces, pick dodger, clamps, glove, fast feet, right stick gripper, 94 feet, challenger. I mean, just defensively, he is absolutely ridiculous. Not to mention offensively, he actually moves quite well and has a fast release. I think Drew Holiday is a really, really good card at the point guard position as well, so not a card to overlook whatsoever. At shooting guard, we can go right to another one of these tis the season present players, actually, and it's going to be this Diamond Kawhi Leonard, who is, in my opinion, the best shooting guard besides Pink Diamond Kobe in my team. He's 6'7", incredible defender, moves actually pretty well offensively as well, good shot creator, very solid slasher, and elite on the defensive end. Amazing all-around defensive stats and badges, including Hall of Fame anchor, challenger, clamps, glove, interceptor, off-ball pass, right stick gripper, and 94 feet. He's got all the elite lock badges, as well as posterizer, catch and shoot, corner specialist as well. Very, very good all offensive badges for those 3 Hoffs. He is such a good card, and I think he's the best viable shooting guard, but the second best viable shooting guard came out last Friday, and that is Ron Artest, who also 183,000 MT for a really, really good option at the shooting guard position. 6'7", incredibly versatile defender. Pretty much the same defensive badges. Offensively, he's about the same as well. They're really quite similar cards in a lot of ways. I think Kawhi may be a slightly better shooter, but I think Ron Artest's release might be a little better, so that one's debatable as well. Shot creation, I think, favors Kawhi a slight bit, and then defensively, I also give Kawhi the slight edge mainly because of player build, but they're both incredible, and they're honestly very similar cards at the shooting guard position. And then a guy who's honestly kind of similar to those guys as well is Paul George, although Paul George came out a while ago at this point. That Paul George card came out, sometime in October, I think? Beginning of October, maybe? Or he was middle of October, end of October, but still, he's been out for a long time, and he's still one of the very best shooting guards in the game. Pretty expensive still, but really good, versatile 6'8" shooting guard in my team, and I think he does a lot of things really, really well on both ends of the court. Still has a great release, still a great defender, still a really good option at the shooting guard position, and a card that a lot of people have locked in, so that's another thing to consider. Small forward position, I'm going to go with, I'm not the biggest fan of the brand new Jason Tatum that came out. I think some people like that Tatum card a lot more than I do, but I still think he's really good. I just think some people are expecting him to be elite, like LeBron level, and I don't think he's LeBron level at the small forward position. He doesn't shot create at a high level. His SIGs just aren't very good, in all honesty. Everything else with the card is quite good. He's a super solid, he's a really good defender. He's got a great release, and he slashes great. He just doesn't shot create that well, so that's okay, and I still think he's a very, very good small forward, but I do think 183k is a little cheap, a little steep, I should say, honestly, when you can get this Wiggins card, who I think a release is about as good as Tatum's, moves better than Tatum, and defensively is about as good, slashes the same, if not better. I think he literally is just as good as Jason Tatum for 84k MT. So to me, Andrew Wiggins, better value, That's not what this video is about. Both Tatum and Wiggins are great small forward buys, but I think I would go Wiggins over Tatum if I was picking one of them. One other guy that I will throw out there as well that's a really good card is this Rudy Gay. I think he's awesome at small forward, really good release. Not the best defender, but he's an elite slasher. I think he's basically a slightly better version of like a Michael Beasley, who's also a pretty good small forward if you're looking for more of a cheaper option. But for me right now, I think Wiggins, Tatum, and Rudy Gay are the guys I'd go with. At power forward, he also is great at small forward as well, but I'm including him at power forward for the sake of this video, simply because the power forward position is a little bit weaker, or really the bigs in general are a little bit weaker when it comes to the buyable guys who aren't lock-ins. But for me personally, I think Luol Deng is an awesome power forward. He's 6'9". He's really big. People don't think of Luol Deng as a power forward, but he's a 6'9" player who has a gold anchor and defends on the interior at a very high level, in addition to being a really good catch and shoot player, which helps him out a lot as a pick and pop player. I've seen a couple competitive players running Luol Deng at the power forward position, and I can kind of understand why. Because if you were to look at my lineup right now, I run Luol Deng backup 4, AD backup 5, gives me a lot more floor spacing than AD 4. Kareem 5 also gives me more shot creation ability. Defensively, it's not quite as good in terms of size, but it's still 2 elite defensive cards. So it's an interesting thing. And also, Luol Deng is a much better perimeter defender than AD is. AD doesn't have clamps. So it gives you some certain positives to running a guy like Luol Deng at power forward. I don't generally consider him a power forward, but he's actually a very, very good one if you think about it. Pascal Siakam's another guy that I'll shout out as a really good card. Came out in the first Majestic set, the James Harden collection. Really good, versatile power forward. Does a lot of things well on the court. Solid release. I like the card. If you have him locked in, he's still a great option. And obviously, Dunktober Jared Vanderbilt, that card is, or not Dunktober, but the Tournament Battles Jared Vanderbilt card, that diamond, that I don't actually have evoed currently, but Diamond Jared Vanderbilt fully evoed. I've talked about that card a million times. I don't really need to do the Jared Vanderbilt spiel again, but he's a good budget card option as well. At the power forward position, if you're looking for somebody, obviously, 13,000 T is a good option, and there just aren't that many great buyable power forwards. Most of the elite power forwards right now, for whatever reason, are kind of locked behind lock-ins. With that being said, center position, last spot on the team, the best center in the game right now is Diamond David Robinson, who you can buy directly for 183,000 MT. So gotta scoop him up for sure at the center position. He's a stud, elite release, defends really well with a ball handle shoe, and Coach Mike D'Antoni can even time burst. He's a very good dunker, super athletic, and like I said, he's one of the very best shooting bigs in the game, in addition to being one of the very best insides and having great athletic ability. He's an elite card, really, really good all the way around, and I think D-Rob is awesome. I mean, he's a phenomenal card in my team. At center position, best viable center in the game, easily. Although I will say Anthony Davis at power forward or center, this is a guy I could include at power forward. I'm technically including him at center, but AD at power forward or center is an awesome option. So either one there. Definitely think he could play either position at a very high level. At power forward, he doesn't have clamps, which is kind of annoying, but he's still a much better perimeter option than guys like Chet and Bosch. And he's still incredibly versatile, incredible good defender. Really good release, great speed, capable shot creator as well even. Overall, AD, awesome card. Definitely elite at power forward or center. And then again, if you're more of a budget player, a Bobby Portis, a Jonas Valanciunas, those guys fully evoed from the Tournament Battles cards are going to be pretty good budget center options as well. Would love to see some more like 84 KMT and Ruby, or some Rubies or some Amethysts at the center position come out and be a little bit more affordable, plus being great budget options. Like an Amethyst center would be awesome if we got a really good Amethyst budget center, because we're kind of missing that right now, I feel like. But as a whole, that should give y'all a good picture of cards to target at every position in my team. So hope y'all did enjoy the video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. Let me know what y'all's favorite cards are that y'all are using right now. And I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon. I appreciate y'all. Peace.